An alternating voltage of 80 plus 60J volts is applied to a circuit and a current flowing through is 4 minus 2J. Find the first one impedance, phase angle, power factor, power consumed. Don't write answers. Okay. First one, find impedance, find phase angle, find power factor, and find power consumed. Understood? An alternating voltage of 80 plus 60. This called voltage, and this for current. And then what is the impedance? Z is equal to V by I. Z is equal to V by impedance. Okay. So like this. Completed. Then V is equal to 80 plus 60J volts. And then convert into rectangular into polar. Okay, rectangular form into polar form. So how to get this? 100 means under root of 80 square plus 60 square is nothing but 100. Under root of square root of 80 square plus 60 square is equal to 100. And then how to get angle? So how to get angle means, for example, x plus jy. How to find the angle means tan inverse of y by x, imaginary part by real part. Tan inverse of 60 by 80 is nothing but 36.87. So we'll get polar form. Rectangular to polar form. So under root of 80 square plus 60 square is nothing but 100. Okay, at an angle of tan inverse of imaginary part by real part. 60 by 80. Tan inverse of 60 by 80. Tan inverse of 6 by 80 is nothing but 36.87. Similarly, current I is equal to 4 minus 2J. Na? Okay. So how to get this magnitude means? So under root of 4 square plus 2 square is nothing but 4.47. And angle tan inverse of 2 by 4. Tan inverse of 1 by 2. So you will get minus 26.56. So how to find impedance? Z is equal to V by 80 plus 60J by 4 minus 2J is equal to, so we'll get by 100 divided by 4.47. Okay. This polar form also will get 100 divided by 4.47 is nothing but 22.37. 36.87 minus, that means it is denominator. No? That means 36.87 plus 26.56. You will get 63.43. So the Z is nothing but 22.37. So there is the impedance. And phase angle, this is called phase angle. Angle 63.4. And power factor, okay, power factor is nothing but the angle between voltage and current. Here 36.87. Here 26.56. So angle between these two is called 63.43. 63.43. At an angle cos of 63.43 is called 0.4. Approximately cos 61 by 2. Approximately you will get 0.44. 0.5 na? Cos 61 by 2 means cos 60 up to 0.447 lagging. Okay. So I mean, sir, this voltage waveform is plus. For example, if you are taking as a reference, okay. For example, this is called a reference 0. So that voltage leads the reference by 36 degrees. Na? So this is the voltage. Voltage leads the reference by 36 degrees. Then current how much? Minus 26.56. Current lags the reference by 26. So this is the reference I'm taking reference. So current lagging means so like this. Here current waveform. This is called current. This is called current. This is called reference 0. 0. This is called current. This is called voltage. So what is the angle between voltage and current here? This is called voltage line. Voltage phasor. This is called current phasor. Then angle between these two is addition. 36.87 plus 26.56. Angle between voltage and current is called, okay, addition 63.43. It's clear. And then power consumed is nothing but VI cos pi. V is nothing but 100. I is nothing but 4.47. And then cos pi is nothing but angle between this voltage and current. That's called 63.43. Cos of 63.43 nothing but 0.4. So this is the result, power consumed 199.81. And then the next problem, an RMS voltage of 100 at an angle of 0. An RMS voltage of 100 at an angle of 0 is applied to a series combination of Z1 and Z2. Okay, series combination of Z1 and Z2, where Z1 is equal to 28 an angle of 30 degrees ohms. 21 Z1 is equal to 28 an angle of 30 degrees ohms on. Okay, 28 an angle 30 ohms. The effective voltage drop across the Z1 is known to be 40 at an angle of minus 30 degrees. Okay, find the reactive component of Z2. Understood? An RMS voltage of 100 at an angle of 0 degrees is applied to a series combination of Z1 and Z2. Okay, Z1 and Z2 are both are connected in series, where Z1 is equal to 28 and 30 ohms. The effective voltage drop across Z1 is known as to be 48 and angle minus 30. Find the reactive component of Z2. That is called X, reactive component of Z2. That is called X2. Okay, X reactance. So then V is equal to 100 at an angle of 0. This is called RMS value of applied voltage. Okay, Z1 is called 20 at an angle of 30 degrees. Na? So Z1 indicate like this. And V1 voltage drop across the V1 only 48 an angle of minus 30 degrees. Then I is equal to V1 by Z1. That is called current flowing through the series now. Z1, Z2, these are two are connected in series. That's why current flowing through Z1 is nothing but total current, supply current. Because of Z1 and Z2 are connected in series. So current in series, current is constant. Am I right? So that's why current flowing to the Z1 is same as current flowing to the Z2. That's why total current is same as current flowing to the Z1. So I is equal to V1 by Z1. Then V1 is nothing but 40 at an angle of minus 30, and Z1 is called 28 at an angle of 30. And then 2 at an angle of minus 60 is called total current. And then total impedance is nothing but, so how to get total impedance? The total impedance is nothing but addition of Z1 and Z2. So in series circuit, current is nothing but supply current is same as current flowing to the Z1, because of series current is same. So that's why current, total current, supply voltage V. Okay, and another angle of 0 by 2.2 at an angle of minus 60 degrees. You will get this is called total impedance 50 at an angle of 60 degrees. Okay, so then Z is equal to Z1 plus Z2. Well, this is applied in a series combination of Z1 Z2. No? Total impedance is called Z1 plus Z2. That is called Z2. So we want to find X reactive component of Z. So Z minus Z1. Okay, Z is called 50 at an angle of 60 degrees minus Z1. Z1 is nothing but 20 at an angle of 30 degrees. Then subtract this. Okay, convert this 50 at an angle 60 into rectangular form. Otherwise, use calculators. You will get like this one. Okay. So 7.68. Use calculators. You will get like this form. Okay, Z is equal to. So reactive component is called real component. 7.68. R plus J into R2 plus J into X2. This is called R2 plus J into X2. 7.68 plus X2. Na? X2 is nothing but 33.3. This is called reactive component. Understood? So this is the problem. And the next problem. When a sinusoidal voltage of 120 volts is applied to a series RL circuit. Okay, sinusoidal
Sir, can you
voltage.
show the previous?
Just wait. When a sinusoidal voltage of 120 volts is applied to a series RL circuit. Okay, when a sinusoidal voltage of 120 volts is applied to a series RL circuit, it is found that there occurs a power dissipation of 1200 watts and current flow given by I of t is equal to 28.3 sine of 314 minus pi. Find the circuit resistance, circuit resistance and inductance. This is the problem. Okay, when a sinusoidal voltage of 120 volts is applied to a series RL circuit, this is under series RL circuit problem. It is found that there occurs a power dissipation of 1200 watts. Power dissipation of 1200 watts. Power is equal to VI cos pi. You know that power consumed by the series RL circuit is called VI cos pi. No? That is called 1200 watts. And the current flow given by I of t is equal to 28.3 sine of omega t minus pi. That means current lagging here. Minus now. Okay. 28.3 into I of t is equal to Im sine omega t minus pi. So like that. Find the circuit resistance and inductance. Okay, resistance and inductance. Series RL circuit. Find the elements of R and L. Okay. Uh, from this, uh, uh, data, V is equal to 120 volts. It's clear. Supply voltage is equal to 120 volts. And then I of t is equal to 28.3 sine of omega t minus pi. Okay. And the power consumed P is equal to 1200 watts. It's clear. Yeah, P is equal to 1200 watts and current I of t is equal to 28.3 sine of omega t minus pi. Okay. And V is equal to 120. So this is the data. Then, so find IRMS. RMS value. IRMS is equal to Im by root 2. RMS value of current. I is equal to RMS value of current. Okay. Power is equal to VRMS into IRMS into cos pi. Okay. That's why. So we want IRMS current. IRMS is equal to Im by root 2. So this is called Im. I of t is equal to Im sin omega t minus pi. This is called Im. Im by root is called IRMS. Okay. So we'll get 20.01 amps. Then power is equal to VRMS into IRMS into cos pi. Okay. So power is nothing but here 1200 watts. Okay. This power. That is equal to VRMS. So sinusoidal voltage of 120 volts. This is called VRMS. So 120. Okay. The current IRMS 28.3. So why means this voltage directly is given. So it's not given a VM maximum value. So directly RMS value is given. So but in current I of t is equal to Im. This is called Im sin omega t. That's why we are converting IRMS into maximum value of current into RMS value of current. We are not converting voltage. VRMS is equal to Vm by root 2. But here this RMS value given. It's not voltage is not in the form of equation now. Okay, V of t is equal to Vm sin omega t. It's not given like that. Directly is given voltage that is called RMS value. Okay, so that's why RMS value. So VRMS is called 120, IRMS is called 20.01. Okay, and cos pi. Then cos pi is equal to 0.9. And angle, you know well, cos pi. So from this expression, you will get angle. Cos pi is equal to 0.9. Pi is equal to 60. For 0.49 means approximately 0.5. That is called cos 60 1 by 2, 0.5. No? So pi is equal to 60 degrees. So this is the angle. And then, so what is the impedance? Z is equal to V by I. So Z is nothing but combination of resistance and inductance. Okay, Z is equal to V by I. That's why V, you know well, 120. Okay, V is called 120 supply voltage, and I is called RMS value of current 20.1. Then you will get 6 ohm resistor. Okay, and so then angle Z is equal to Z at angle of pi. Na? So Z is called magnitude. So this is called Z 6 and pi 68.02. Okay, so this convert into polar to rectangular form and 3 plus J 5 2. This is called R plus J into XL. R plus J into XL. So Z is equal to Z at an angle of pi, that is equal to 60 at an angle of 60.02. No? Okay. So this is equal to 6 is equal to 6 is nothing but under of R square plus XL square. This is called tan inverse of Y by X. And tan inverse of Y by X means tan inverse of XL by R is equal to 60. Okay. So Z is nothing but under of R square plus XL square. So magnitude Z is equal to under of R square plus XL square. That means under of R square plus XL square is nothing but 6. And tan inverse of XL divided by R is nothing but 60 degrees. From this equation, two equations, you will get R and XL. R plus J into XL. So R is directly, we are getting from this. Okay, R is equal to 3. That, but here XL is equal to 5.2. Na? Okay, but here what is the question? Find the circuit resistance and inductance. Na? So how to find XL? How to find the inductance means XL is equal to omega L. I'm already explained. XL is equal to omega L. Okay, omega is equal to 2 pi f. So already given directly 314. I of t is equal to Im sin omega t minus pi. This is called omega. Substitute omega 314 and XL from this expression. Clear? How to get from polar to rectangular form? This is called under root of r square plus xl square. This is called tan inverse of xl by r. From the two equations, we will get, so this is r and plus j into xl. Understood? Then xl is equal to omega, and then xl substitute here xl 5.1 and 5.2. So then you will get L 0.0165 Henry. Understood? So in this way, we will get elements L and R and L. So from this problem. Okay.
So what is Z bar?